Hey, continuing on from the quiz, we'll go on to question number 10. Number 10 this time is asking you to write the quadratic equation if the roots are 4 and negative 5. Well, what does that mean? The roots are actually the solution. So if it's 4 and negative 5, you can write x is equal to equal to 4 and x is equal to negative 5. And if you were to work backwards, think about the factors and the relationship to the root. The factor is usually the opposite. So it would be x minus 4, right? And opposite of negative 5 will be x positive or plus 5 equal to 0. And now you just have to FOIL or multiply the two binomials. Right? X times x, x squared. X times 5, positive 5x. Negative 4 times x, negative 4x. And negative 4 times 5, that's negative 20 equal to 0. The two middle terms you can always combine because they're like terms. Get x squared plus 1x, or just x minus 20 equals 0. And there you go. That's your answer for question number 10. Alright. Okay. This question 7 is a really long one, and I know most of you guys have trouble with this question, but bear with me. Okay, so we have two fractional equations. They are equivalent, so the easiest way is to cross multiply. You can cross multiply diagonally. On the left side, we have x minus 1 times x plus 4, and that's equivalent to x minus 2 times 2x plus 2. Okay, recommend you guys write everything out and don't skip any steps. So on the left side we have x times x, that's x squared. X times 4, that's positive 4x. Negative 1 times x, that's negative 1x. And negative 1 times 4, that's negative 4. Combine the two like terms, you get x squared plus 3x minus 4. Okay. Now let's do the right side. X times 2x this time will be 2x squared. X times 2 will be positive 2x. Now don't forget this part, but it's a 2x times negative 2, and that's negative 4x. Right? And a negative 2 times 2, that's negative 4. Okay? Combine the two like terms here. 2 plus negative 4, that's negative 2x. Right? Bring everything else down. 2x squared minus 2x minus 4. Okay. Alright, so we have two quadratic polynomials on both sides. You want to move it to the left or the right. Okay. Either way will work, but moving to the right makes it easier. Yeah, you tend to want to move it to this side where the coefficient, in this case 2 in front of the x squared, is the largest. If it's the largest on the right side, you sort of want to move everything to the right side. It makes factoring easier. Okay, so I'm going to subtract x squared on the left side, right, to move it over to the right side. Right, I'm going to also subtract 3x. And I'm going to add 4. Okay, so on the left side we have 0 now. On the right side we have 2x squared minus x squared, well, that's x squared. Negative 2x minus 3x, that's 5x. And negative 4 plus positive 4, well, that's 0. This actually cancels out, and we have x squared minus 5x equals 0. To factor this, it won't be two binomials, but it just factor out the GCF, greatest common factor. In this case, they both have x in common. So take the x outside. What's left inside is x minus 5. Okay. So some people might want to factor it this way, in case you want to see it. X is the same as xx. 5x is 5 times x. I like to circle what they have in common. Right, and that's the x. And what's left inside? Well, that's the x minus 5 over here. Alright, so the factors are x times x minus 5. Set the factors equal to 0. So I'm going to set x equal to 0. Set x minus 5 equal to 0. And we have two answers, x equals 0 and x equals positive 5. Okay, I'm trying to go through a few more questions quickly before I need to go. Let's go over question 3 here. R squared equals 4. Step 1, move everything to the left side, so I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. This will give me r squared minus 4 equals 0. The factors of r squared minus 4 is the difference of two perfect squares, so you get r plus 2, r minus 2, right? You can watch my other videos to find out how to factor those. Right, therefore the answer is r equals negative 2 and r equals positive 2. Alright, this one over here, question number 4. Move everything on the left side. Subtract 6 on both sides. And we have 2x squared plus 4x minus 6 equals 0. Now, well, it's kind of hard to factor because the coefficient is greater than x squared. See if you can find a GFC, greatest common factor. Okay, GCF I mean. Alright, they do have a 2 in common. You can take out 2 from the first one. What's left is x squared. Now you can also take a 2 out of 4. You get 2x. And if you take a 2 out of 6, you get 3. Okay. Now, what's left inside? We can factor that. Factors are x plus 3 and x minus 1 equals 0. 2 stays outside, but it doesn't really matter in this case in terms of getting the answer, because we're setting the factors equal to 0, which is x plus 3 equals 0 and x minus 1 equals 0. And it gives you two answers, x equals negative 3 and x is equal to 1. And there you go.